Hey everybody, welcome to Smashing Game Time. We are three brothers who go through gaming's back catalog of yesteryear. I am your froggy sounding host, Nick. Down below me is my brother Josh. Josh, say hello to the people.
Yeah, I sound normal.
He sounds normal, not froggy yet, not until I see him later. And then to my left is his twin. I'm not going to see him later because he lives 5 hours away. Jake, say hello to the people.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Smashing Game Time.
Oh boy, Jake is bringing the energy. Jake is bringing the energy today. You cut out a little bit there, man. Test them levels, boy. Oh, he's back. He's back. Today we are doing 2015 Q4, so we are finishing up 2015. We are doing the thing. I've also got a one-question quiz. That's right. It's like a sudden death. Jake and Josh are going to be facing off. Winner decides the next speed cap game. But before we get into everything, remember, we are a Trident Network podcast. Go check out our sibling podcasts. They are awesome. They are everywhere that you get your podcast, just like us. Rate and review us wherever you get your podcast. 5 stars, please, because we are some starving boys. Apple, Spotify, Google, wherever you get your podcast. Guys, what has everybody been up to? I know it's January, so everyone's kind of, resting up before the year starts to get really busy. But what's everybody doing this week?
I'm not doing anything, honestly. I've been working, and I've played a little bit of Escape from Tarkov and got back into the review business after a little bit of a break.
What game are you got your hands on right now?
It is called Frontier Hunter Ezra's Wheel of Fortune. It's basically like a Metroidvania.
I would have guessed an RPG with that name.
And honestly, so far, it's very much a stereotypical anime. Like, you're watching it, there's a goofy character, you have a quick action button where you have to kick them, stupid shit like that.
I thought when you were saying stereotypical anime, I thought you're going to start pushing your chest together.
Well, yeah, there's that too. I mean, it's but the two characters I have are definitely the stereotype.
Do people have tails?
No, I think the one I saw had ears though.
Not yet.
Yeah,
not yet. Josh hasn't gotten that power up yet.
No, I don't have that character yet. I mean, it's very much the typical, stereotypical anime, and it's also very much weeb friendly. If you catch my drift.
Weeb friendly. Hey, you heard it here first, weebs. They love you.
Oh, it's also only subbed English.
And how are you supposed to know what's going on?
Subbed, Jake, as in there's subtitles.
That means your stupid ass has to read, Jake. Anything else on the gaming side, Josh?
No, that's pretty much it.
All right, Jake, what are you doing? What are you playing?
Just your typical TFT and Brawlhalla. Brawlhalla announced their esports major schedule for the year. They have a total of 8 lands, 4 you can actually go to. The other 4 you have to be invited to. They have a $1 million prize pool for the year. It's awesome. I'm thinking about going to San Diego, DreamHack San Diego, and then not CEO because they didn't announce that. So DreamHack San Diego and DreamHack Dallas, and then BCX, which is their World Championship, which is in November in Atlanta. So it's an exciting year for TFT, or not TFT, Brawlhalla. I'm sorry, my brain's fried. I'm probably going to go to Combo Breaker in May. They do have a Brawlhalla tournament there, but it's not actually a major Brawlhalla tournament. It's just Combo Breaker's running one. PS4 only. It's gonna be, if I go, I could probably win it. I don't know. Easy. Easy. No, and then they have a multiverses tournament there too, which I'm interested in, so I might do that as well.
Can we get when you go out to these different events, can we get a video vlog series going of you on your travels?
Yeah, I could probably do that. I was gonna suggest if you guys want to go up to Combo Breaker, we could totally do something.
What, Combo Breaker's in May?
Yeah.
I might be able to swing that. Baby girl will be here in March, so that'll be 2 months at that
when
point.
Is it in May?
I think it's the last week.
Is it Memorial Day week? I feel like it's usually Memorial Day weekend.
Let me see. I was looking at it. Actually, I'll just look it up. 26th.
That'll be fun. Let's look into getting something going there. Anything else on your end, Jake?
I upgraded my PC. It's actually running. I got an i7 12th gen.
Ooh,
Dude, I could run everything. It's double the cores I had. So, could I had an i7 7th gen?
How many frames?
Ooh.
How many frames do you get in Iron Harvest on that thing?
I get
0 because he doesn't play it.
Yeah, true. My ping is at 1.
Is that good? I don't know the science of ping yet. I haven't gotten that far in my book.
Nick, a ping just basically means touching from one point to another.
Yeah,
so as fast it touches.
Yeah, how fast it gets to one side.
That's why Vaughn's ping in Australia to me is so bad.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Best way to fix that is a VPN. You go in between.
Yep. Or just get good internet, butthole.
That too. Well,
Get good internet, Australia. You're being called out, Australia.
Fiber internet.
In their defense, they have to fight off kangaroos and everything that's venomous.
Have you seen those tarantulas? They look like Wi-Fi towers. Like you go to fix your Wi-Fi tower, it's a spider. It just
that is
you.
their Wi-Fi towers. They just move around and they go, God damn it, it's moving again.
This damn spider / Wi-Fi tower.
Everything moves and kills you in Australia. Everybody knows that.
Even boomerangs.
Even boomerangs.
Just don't go to Australia. So on my end, game-wise, a lot of review stuff. Nothing on the personal side at the moment. Just had my review go up for Atone, Heart of the Elder Tree. That is from Wild Boy Studios, but that is not Steve-O and Chris Pontius that they've made that. That is a Norse narrative-based game. It's basically God of War meets Guitar Hero. Which that was not the sentence you thought I was going to say, but all the combat plays out. You have these lines where the beats are coming down. You got to hit them. And if you're successful, you attack the enemy. If you've missed enough notes, they attack you. It's a lot of fun. Story's all right. A lot of Norse mythology stuff in there. Story's hitting a little harder than I thought it was going to. But that review's up. Go check that out over on Game Chronicles. Excuse me. I'm also reviewing another game, Panda Punch. It's a game. I don't know. It's very slow. Like you don't really get power-ups until you've beat 15 levels. And it's like, here's some power-ups. And then you're like, okay, I guess maybe these will start to come faster. No, you don't get more power-ups until 15 missions later. It's just the slowest thing. It's so frustrating. It's buggy as hell. That review is coming out next week. I'm also playing Trenches. This is a first-person narrative horror game where you are a World War I or II vet in trenches, and you're being chased by a monster while you're trying to collect dolls. I think you're in a dream or something like that. It's spooky. It's spooky. It has the option to turn the jump scares off, but I'm not a baby, so I play it with them on, and it's still pretty effing scary. Yeah.
What you're saying is you leave the lights on.
Well, yes, I do. I have to. Like, the lightning is so loud. I was playing on the Switch, and the Switch's, like, audio is already bad enough as it is. So anything that makes noise is just like, it's just like this distorted, disgusting, awful noise that just, like, pops out at you. It's scary. Still need to spend a little more time with that one. And then another game that I'm reviewing that is way out of my wheelhouse. I don't know why I said yes to this one. Chained Echoes. That is a 40-hour... That is a 40-hour RPG.
I would have gladly taken it.
I think. Oh, I didn't mean to pull up that audio, but I think it is. Is this? Oh, I thought it was Square Enix, but I think I've seen a lot of comparisons to Chrono Cross or Chrono Trigger. I forget which one is the one people like.
Chrono Trigger.
Okay, and there's mechs, there's dragons. The combat's nice. It has this little bar where you have to like balance like how in sync your people are, and if you go over the bar, you get hurt even more, and you do less damage. But if you keep it perfect and like it makes you use like abilities you wouldn't normally use to keep that balanced, it keeps your team in sync. So I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm only about 2 hours in. It's a lot of characters. There's a lot of characters. It's getting hard to keep up with. They all just look like little anime people. They have that little side talking head sprite that I think was popularized with Final Fantasy Tactics, probably.
Best game
probably Ogre Tactics.
Ogre Tactics, one of those two.
Which is previous, yeah.
But I just fought a giant worm, and like I was just the whole time I was fighting it, I was quoting Gears of War 2.
I mean, it just must be nice. You get all the good games. I'm like, oh yeah, I'd play that. Nope, Nick's got it.
You just got to beat me to it, man. You just got to beat me to it.
I'm just glad you didn't pick Ezra. Like I enjoy Metroidvania, but I would have enjoyed that too. Just saying.
I mean, I'm ready to slow down. So I also picked up Hi-Fi that just came out for Game Pass. That's the new game from, I think it's Tango Studios, who did the Ghostwire Tokyo and the Evil Within games. They did like it kind of looks like No More Heroes, the Travis Touchdown game, but there's like, it's music based. So I was like, you know what? I'm already playing a music game. I might as well pick this up. So hopefully after that, I'm going to slow down with the reviews because I've got some personal writing I need to do before baby gets here. Otherwise, just getting ready for baby, man. It's baby time. It's baby season over here, and we're hunting babies.
So what I got from all that, Nick, is that you're a little bitch. Moving on.
I don't know how to say no, is what you're saying. That's what you mean. But I digress. I'm done talking about my reviews. Are you guys ready to go back one more time into the year that was 2015?
Q4.
Okay, this first one, October 13th, Minecraft Story Mode, Episode 1, The Order of the Stone. I forgot these names were so long and terrible. My goodness. This was what's the studio that did all the story? This is a Telltale. This is a Telltale game. They took the Minecraft and they put the story in it, and they said, this is ours now. And the kids ate it up. Did you guys play this at all?
No, but I heard good things about them.
Well, I mean, first off, their voice cast was pretty good. I mean, they had Patton Oswalt as one of them, for example. Like, it's a pretty big name.
I like Patton. I think Patton's super underrated. I like Patton.
I mean, the cast was great. From what I remember, I only played the first episode, but it's a Telltale game. Like, you've played one, you've played them all.
By the time this came out, I was over it, but I was also a dumbass who had a credit card and didn't know how credit cards worked, and I bought the Telltale package with all the Telltale games.
Nicholas.
So it was two. Or no, there was only one season of Walking Dead.
No, there was 3 seasons of Walking Dead.
No. Oh, okay, so you bought one. It was like they were.
You're talking about this package. This package that you were referring to was the first 2 seasons of Walking Dead, I believe.
Okay.
It was this. I believe this Minecraft was in it. A Wolf Among Us.
Borderlands,
and I think not God of War. Batman, and then there was one more. I think it was the Game of Thrones one. And I've only played the Walking Dead ones and the first episode of the Game of Thrones one. It was awful.
Yes.
Beyond that, I don't think there's really anything special about this. I mean, they had 2 seasons total. I think each season was 5 episodes long. No, season 1 was 8 episodes long. Second season was shorter. I think it was like 5 episodes.
I'll tell you the issue with these is the same issue with the MCU right now. And I know you can't get on YouTube without some dumb jackass posting a video about here's what's wrong with MCU Phase 4. Let me tell you, like, they've got all the fucking answers. There was just too much. Walking Dead, like, Telltale was around before Walking Dead. They had a bunch of adventure games. I think their most popular was either the Jurassic Park or the Back to the Future, but they weren't like an everyday name. Like this Walking Dead came out and everybody's like, oh, take our IP and make a game. Heck, I think, you know what? There was another one on that package, Josh. It was the Guardians of the Galaxy game.
I totally forgot about that.
They did one of those too. See, they're all over the place. That we can't even keep straight how many games they did. They were fine, but like after the Walking Dead, like narratively was their best stuff, and they didn't really have anything. Like people like the Wolves Among Us, people like the Borderlands one. Like people always have like a nice thing or two to say about something, but then it just kind of fizzles out by the time episode 5 comes out.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Jake.
I was gonna say, like, because people wanted to like the Game of Thrones one, people wanted to like the Batman one, but didn't they do a Hitman one too?
Hitman Go was like a mobile game. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you.
I don't think so. But my problem with Telltale games is, so The Walking Dead, I think what made it, like you said, what made it so good was the narrative and just the environment you're in, because, you know, it's zombies and it's dark. Yeah, great. Everything else, I feel like it is, in my opinion, the equivalent of watching all the cutscenes for a Metal Gear game. and then basically getting put into like one of those forced fight scenes for like a second, and then it's back to more. That's what it feels like to me.
Well,
I almost thought you were gonna say Kingdom Hearts.
oh no.
Because Kingdom Hearts 3, man, was
You're not wrong there either.
It was a lot of quick time action in a narrative game, and you just kind of want to sit there and not really do any of that. But also, I mean, you had to wait like what 3 months between episodes, so you'd play episode 1. Okay, I guess I'll wait. I'll come back to this. A lot of people, like myself, I just waited till they were all out and played them. Like Walking Dead was like the only exception for that.
I think the only, when it comes to game styles like this, the only one, in my opinion, who is memorable to me and I enjoyed it, and just because we talked about it last time, is the Scooby-Doo one for the the Sega Genesis.
Scooby-Doo.
Everything is interactive. It's not this. Okay, I'm not gonna say. I don't want to sit here for 20 minutes watching a cutscene play. I want to play.
The only scene I want to sit there and watch is the door scene in the hotel where you're running through the doors and it makes no sense why you're coming out of that door over there.
The traditional running chase scene, yeah, with all the doors.
That's the shit I love.
Yeah, that's okay. This right here, what we're watching right now,
No.
Bye.
And that's why, and you know, they're gone, but I guess they're back now. So, hey, welcome back, Telltale. Pay your fucking employees. Up next, October 27th. This one hurts. Halo 5 Guardians.
Hey, whoa, it hurts, dude. I enjoy Guardians.
Okay,
damn it.
Jake,
343. A good thing that happened to Halo, or the best thing that happened to Halo?
Oof.
Depends on the rumors going around at this point.
I don't think those rumors are true.
No, well, they've come out and said that they're not true, but guess what? I mean, I can sit here and say, you know, there could be rumors going around about me, and I can go around and say, yeah, that's not true, and it actually be true.
So what Josh is referring to, there are rumors. So there were recent layoffs at Microsoft, and 343 was hit during those layoffs. And the rumors stirring up at that point were that 343 has lost the reins of Halo and it's going to someone else. I don't think it's true. If it were true, I'd be like, give it to fucking Coalition. Like, make them trade.
Well,
give the Coalition Halo. Give 343 Gears of War. Let's fucking shake it up, boys.
To clarify, they would just be giving up the production, but they would still oversee it.
I think 343 still has the helm because
I think it's just barely.
I think 343 had some good ideas, and Microsoft stepped in and wanted to put in some monetary practices into the last 3 or so Halo games, and those are kind of what burnt people out on Halo. They're like, hey, people really like this Call of Duty. Like, you guys kind of want to make this Halo more like Call of Duty? And 343 is like, not really. I'm like, oh, tough shit. Make it like Call of Duty. But this opening cinematic in Halo 5 Guardians is the best part of the game.
Well, I still think the ads they had going out were the best, and if they would have kept that going, it would have been. I think it would have blown people's mind.
Narratively, it's something had to get messed up somewhere because that is like one of the best jobs marketing a game I've ever seen, and then just complete whiplash with like the final product compared to like what, like they're like, oh, Chief is a criminal. We have to arrest him. And you're like, oh shit's about to get real. And then like you played this other group of Spartans. I think there's too much emphasis on the multiplayer in this one.
Yeah. Nobody liked playing as Locke. Chief was being a little baby.
The only good things that came out of these teams is we got to see Buck again.
Buck is cool. I like Buck.
Buck is a Spartan now.
Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion's back.
Fill me with Nathan Fillion, please.
And we get some of the original Blue Team back. So for those who have read the books, you get Kelly, you get Jake, help me out with the names. I don't remember all of them.
I only played the multiplayer.
Did I ever tell you guys about the time that a motherfucker at an airport security like fucking bullied me for having Halo books coming back from my honeymoon?
You dropped him right there in front of security.
So I was coming. I didn't drive. I wasn't like falling over myself with all my Halo books falling out.
I'm not saying you fought. I'm saying you dropped him, as in like you knocked him out right there.
No, I did airport security. I knock him out. I'm grounded, like literally grounded.
Now, when airport security, when they were doing their little checkup, were these books in your asshole?
Yes. No. So I pull one out of my bag, and he's like just looking at me. He's like, okay. I pull two out of my bag. He's like, okay. I pull a third one out. He's like, fucking dork. And I'm just like, did he just say that? But I only read one of them on the beach, and it was Fall of Reach. And it was, if you're gonna read one Halo book, everybody, I'm gonna say it's that one. If you're gonna read two Halo books, I think was it Project Harvest
with Captain or Sergeant Johnson.
with Sergeant Johnson. I think those would be the two to read.
Definitely, I still think so. Fall of Reach definitely good. The Flood, which is right after, so basically the events of Halo 1. The Ghost of Onyx is pretty good because it follows what happened to the rest of the team that jettisoned before. Honestly, they're fantastic books in general. I'd recommend all of them. They're really pretty good.
The Gears books are pretty good too.
I'd say those are the two series. If you read the books, it definitely makes the world a lot bigger. It makes it feel bigger than what it actually is.
I forget. I think that's Kellen. I'd have to look her name up. I'll look it up later. But yeah, this Halo was just disappointing. It just didn't match up with how they were selling it. And,
I know there's so much potential to it, and they just dropped the ball.
And it never bounced back. Anything else on Halo? I know we kind of.
I enjoyed it.
Jake,
I enjoyed it.
What'd you like about that?
I loved multiplayer. Warzone was really fun, especially when you play with friends. Like it makes everything better.
Was Warzone the one where like it was kind of like deathmatch, but like you'd have like random objectives, like bosses pop up?
Yeah, pretty much. It was kind of like a Battlefield game.
That was fun. I did enjoy that, and I thought the campaign also had a few more good moments, like the like walking down the Guardian at the end.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, I mean, just wait for the Master Chief Collection Part 2. Just to get 5 and Infinite.
Right.
November 10th, Fallout 4 came out. This was actually the last well, I guess 76 came out, but this is the last proper Fallout, and it's been 8 years, gentlemen. I can't believe it.
Well, and even then, let's face it, at this point, with Fallout series, we had Fallout 3. Nothing will ever top that. And then on the other side of the coin, you had Skyrim. People were still, or even to this day, still ride Skyrim.
It's because Bethesda still keeps putting it out, Josh. There's an article on hardline.com that's like, feeling old yet? Skyrim was released 11, 7, 6, 5, and 2 years ago.
That's so true, though.
It's a good article.
And it has another release, too, coming out soon, doesn't it?
I'm sorry?
Doesn't it have another release coming out again soon?
Probably.
Yeah,
it's probably.
Yeah, you could play it in your Tesla.
You know what? You're fucking joking, but that's probably
it's probably going on.
There's probably some assholes like, man, Elon, I can't wait to play Fallout 4 in my fucking Tesla, dude. McLovin looking motherfucker. Man, it's gonna be so tight, man. Fighting dragons in my Tesla Series 3, man. Fucking
and they make more money than us.
I don't give a shit. I'll still.
You'll still what?
I was actually looking at the Teslas, like the cheapest one. You can get that with the full autopilot and shit for like this is like 50,000.
Don't do it, Jake. Jake,
I
thought about it.
I wanted it before Elon became an asshole. Now I'm like, goddamn it, I don't want to get it.
You know, all Teslas are have the built-in feature of becoming red pilled right after you buy them now.
Hey, when I get a Tesla and you want to play Cuphead in my Tesla, you're not invited to play Cuphead in my Tesla.
Joke's on you, Jake. I got a GameCube in my trunk.
Yeah, your trunk is your asshole. We know that, Josh.
Hey, it still works. Played Super Smash Brothers.
So we
720p.
digress. You know, we love talking about Josh's trunk here. It's a really wholesome, full thing. But Fallout 4, I think the big thing about this game was that it was announced at that slapping E3 that we talked about a few weeks ago. And then it came out. It came out. And it came out broken, but it came out. It's hey, you know what? You can't spell broken without Bethesda. And that's this engine is just, she's an old girl. She's an old girl. Fallout 4 set in Boston. It's a first-person shooter just like Fallout 3 was. It has the VAT system. I don't know anyone who really plays it as a true like shooter. Like, just use the VATs. Be an adult. Use the VAT system. Come on. the story's okay. There's some twists and turns in there. Half the map is like not populated, right? Because half the map is like just spoiled, and that it's like lore reasons. Like it's brought up in 3 that like I think a lot of the world. Whoa, that's not at the game.
What?
It was the closest thing I could find because everything else was like 2020 videos. So it's
That's
the
a
E3.
dude.
It's the E3 video. I apologize for those
Was that
watching.
Todd Howard? He scared the shit out of me. My God, Todd. But no, broken as hell. It was closer. It was closer to New Vegas story wise because it focused on the faction stuff. I don't think 3 really focused on the faction stuff as much. It's okay. People complain about it, but people complain about everything.
Well, let's not forget about the class action lawsuit that came out of it too. Well, not just this in general, but it was over that their creation club.
This wasn't the bad duffel bag that was Fallout 76.
Yeah, no, this is the one where basically when you bought the season pass for the DLC, you got every single thing that came with it, and then they had the creation club came out and you didn't get anything that was with it. So it's supposed to be. I mean, I think it's still going on. I don't know if it's come back up recently, but that's still up there.
I'm looking at all the customization he's doing to this gun, and I didn't do any of this. I didn't do any of this. I was like, the guns you gave me are good. I don't need to fuck with it.
No, I just modded the game and got a lightsaber and started blasting the shit at everybody.
And I start blasting them.
So I pull out my gun. This makes me want to go back and play 1 and 2. I feel like the isometric Fallouts have held up pretty well, and like 3 you can barely get to run on a PC without modding the shit out of it.
I'd still rather go back and play 3. Honestly, 3 was so good.
3 was so bang. Oh, Todd Howard's back. We have to get out of here.
3
Get outta
3
here,
and Vegas. Vegas was also really good.
Vegas was really good. Vegas is another one where I'm like, I kind of want to go back to that if I ever find the time. Oh God, Josh, you weren't lying. This is on November 17th. Up next, November 17th, Star Wars Battlefront. And this isn't your granddaddy Star Wars Battlefront from the 2000s. This is the one is this from DICE and EA?
Yep.
Oh. This one wasn't the one heavily. So first person shooter, it looks fine, it plays fine. Just the monetization. The monetization.
Yeah, so this is where we see DICE start to go really downhill in their quality. Really downhill.
Battlefield.
Does DICE have... I'm guessing DICE has 2 separate teams, right? Because they did this, and then I feel like they did a Battlefield the next year.
Yeah, so like after Battlefront, they literally go to Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
Ooh.
Same year, Battlefield 1. And then 2017, Battlefront 2 comes out. Then 2018, Battlefield 5. 2019, Ultra Core. And then 2021 for Battlefield 2042. Huge disappointment. Sorry.
This has EA's mucking all over it. I enjoyed playing this. I thought it was fun, but it just wasn't something that was gonna last. I don't think there was a campaign in this first one. I know there was a campaign in the second one, but the focus was the multiplayer.
Look at that little robot bitch.
It was okay. I mean, EA. This is back when I think at this point Disney had bought Star Wars, and then EA had gotten the license for Star Wars games, and this was like the first thing to come out of it. And I think we were still a few years off from whatever the ones Respawn does. I think we were still like 5, 6.
Fiverr.
I forget exactly when it came out, but yeah, this was their plan with Star Wars. They're like, hey, let's fuck around. Hey, let's make a game where there's a lot of customization, where you would want a lot of customization, but Star Wars won't let us fuck with it.
Let's be brutally honest right now. They had the ultimate blueprint in the original 2.
Mm-hmm.
The ultimate blueprint. Like, literally, you cannot fuck that up. Give it modern graphics, little customization. Hell, if you want to throw in a little bit of monetization in there, go ahead. Like, do a little sprinkle on the top. Just a little.
Dude,
they fucked that up. How is that even... Like, my question is, what executive went, no, that's stupid. Let's make the game like this. Because that man needs to be beaten. Because clearly, this game was just...
Okay. So this game, it looks good, it sounds good, it just lacked content.
Yes, and you know what? The for monetization, there was a solution. We found the solution last generation. It was called map packs. Like, I know motherfuckers like to argue people aren't going to pay for map packs. Like, no, dude, people will pay for map packs. Well, they're gonna split up the player base. Well, that's why you have 2 or 3 separate fucking 2 or 3 separate game. What am I trying to think of here?
Game modes.
Game modes are like here's the list. Like here's for everyone that has all the maps. Here's for everyone that just has the base maps. That's okay.
Here's my thing. I agree that you're right. They should include, or that was the right way to go.
Just charge for maps.
I'm not going to pay another $60 for one map pack or 2 map packs. Like, make it worth my while. Like, it was like $5, $10 for 2 maps. Yeah, by all means, I'll pay the $5, $10. I'm not going to pay $60 for 3 maps and 1 game mode.
Well, because the model now is, hey, buy these skins for this game, buy these skins, and it works. But back then, when you couldn't do shit with the skins, just, oh, hey, we have a Hoth level. We have this cool-ass Hoth level you can't play. Give us $10 and you can do it.
Yeah, give me like Darth Vader in all white. Bro, I will deck him out. I will go to Hoth and I will
Disney put the foot down. Disney was like, no, dude, you can't fuck with the sword. We don't want a stormtrooper covered in graffiti. Get the fuck out of here.
Graham.
I mean, I blame it on Disney, but I also blame it on EA for like trying to monetize this in that way was a good idea.
Oh, free games.
Hey,
free games.
Hey, we'll have a lot more fun when we talk about the second one, because that was the one that fucking pissed people off.
Oh God, yeah, I remember.
Oh my!
I remember.
I was on my honey, or no, I was in Mexico when all that shit went down. Let's see. Last but not least, this game still very well supported. December 1st, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. This was another game mired by people being pissed off at it.
Yep.
So to start, of course, we got the Ubi Soft treatment. The trailer, when it first came out, looked really good. It was really dark, and you're able to come down.
They smashed through the walls beautifully.
And they could come down from the helicopter. And yeah, it was fantastic. And then we got this. So right off the bat, not good. Already.
I remember watching a comparison video, and like even the hostage, like just the render of that hostage was a lot better, a lot more livid. Like the clothes moved, their hair was moving, and then you get that, and you're just like, oh, you were
you guys
know
what we're talking about here, right? Talk about Ubisoft, man. They're so known for this shit.
Well, and they're the reason why now at like E3 or whatever events they're at, they have to put a disclaimer because they got hit hard with a false advertisement.
Because it was them and it was this one and Watch Dogs. Like they had really, spun their wheels and said, "Guys, this is how it's gonna look." And then
the best part is, when people started data mining the crap out of the PC version of Watch Dogs, they found the HD pack inside of it. And it was just basically a port from the Xbox version. So the only reason it was not in is because the Xbox could not run it. That's what cracks me up the most.
Well, but you know what? All that said, like Rainbow Six Siege is still a lot of fun to play.
No, so now I have a hard time playing it because it's a different. So I bought this game when it first came out. I was at Target. I hadn't pre-ordered it, but I was working Target. I just put them out that day. No one was buying it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna buy it. And honestly, I played it straight for like a good 4 years. I mean, I loved this game because it was so much fun. Especially once they started fixing things, it was so much fun.
I liked it a lot in the beginning, and I liked it a lot like some of the later seasons, but it just got really cartoonish with like some of the characters they were adding.
And that's my problem is now it was borderline realistic. Like, yeah, obviously some of it may have been over exaggerated. So it's like, okay, I understand. But now it's like to the point where it's like, this stuff doesn't exist. And I put it up there with Escape from Tarkov. And when they say we want a realistic shooter, and then it's like, okay, well, first off, like, yeah, they give you a mechanic where it's like realistically, and I can prove it right here in this camera. Like last night I was talking to Matt and I said, That's unrealistic because he was prone trying to aim up at somebody, but his camera wouldn't go any further because he was technically, it wouldn't let him go all the way up. It'd go to a certain point and he got killed. And I've said realistically, yes, I'm not saying you'd be able to spray him down from that spot, but you'd be able to aim a lot higher than that and get at least a bullet or two off.
Well, realistically, you'd already escaped from Tarkov by now.
That is true
realistically. Who was your guys? I know we've all played this game. Who was your main? Because I was a Rook main.
So are we talking both offense and defense or just in general?
So I liked Rook, and then I think it was Glaz. Glaz was the sniper guy on the offensive.
Yep.
Rook and Glaz are mine.
So I enjoyed when it first came out. I was definitely a smoke for defense and a sledge for offense. Now it's sledge for offense, and I think Legion or Frost right now is probably
Frost.
Frost is really good, but they nerfed the shotgun, so now the SMG is like the only okay gun to use. So I usually stick with Legion now, just because I can throw the Legion traps around and mainly use it as a proximity. The damage I don't really care about. It's just being able to tell where somebody's coming from.
Go ahead, Jake.
I was gonna say I used Ash before all the nerfs and changes like that. I just loved launching the thing and just breaking down doors.
You just love not having a hitbox on your head.
That too. And then I loved the guy with the turret.
Oh, you loved Lord Tachanka.
Yeah.
The meme himself.
Lord Tachanka himself. Yeah, you respect him. He's our Lord and Savior.
Lord Tachanka. It's a fun game. It's one that I have, and I'm like, maybe like a Friday night I should hop in and play one of these games and see how bad I am now.
My only disappointment in this, I'm sure there's a lot of us, is the fact that we were supposed to have a single player game with it, like a story, and they got rid of it because of all the shit that was going on with it.
Well, hey, Josh, you can at least play Rainbow Six Extraction out this time last year.
I don't want to do that.
Don't make me do it. I do like that I like realistic gunplay where like, oh, if you shoot someone in the head, they're dead. Like none of this like numbers popping up above someone's head or like oh, my shield's rebooting. I gotta go hide in the corner. War. Isn't that crazy, man? I've always hated that stuff.
What about Gears, man?
Gears is cool though, man. Leave Gears alone. That's the one exception. Halo, all that other fucking Call of Duty, like, oh, this bullet hurts so bad. Oh, okay, it's gone.
But Gears is the same.
Yeah. Oh, my screen's all bloody.
Wait, hold on. I better crouch behind this little half wall.
They've got giant worms, man. They got giant worms. Leave them alone.
So does Lost Planet.
So that is the biggest issue. No, real quick, that's the biggest issue with Gears of War is it's a cover shooter, but you regenerate health. Like if it wanted to be a true cover shooter, there would be no regenerative health because that would add to the fights.
What you're saying is it's basically Call of Duty, but with covers.
Yes, and giant worms.
And giant worms.
My ass.
Hey, we finished 2015, guys. We survived. I don't know if you realize this. We're heading into 2016, and shit's about to get dark. But you know what? We'll get there when we get there. In the meantime, though, Josh, what do you say we do some news?
Yeah, let's do it.
Read all about it. Latest football scores. Morning paper. Morning Star. Paper, mister?
It's time for old news.
Let's start off from the top. October 2nd, Microsoft purchased Havok from Intel.
Havok, are they the Crisis guys?
They are technically, yeah. I mean,
I thought you were gonna say the Haze guys.
They mainly did like more of like the engines for it, like help with before they went to the Frost engine or Cry engine, whatever it was. That's basically what they did. Yeah.
Okay. I had a feeling that's what it was.
Going down the list, October 6th, Ubisoft acquired the Cruise developer Ivory Tower.
Didn't they just shut them down recently?
Yeah, they did.
RIP. F's in the chat.
Oh, it gets better. October 13th, Ubisoft acquired Longtail Studios and renamed it Ubisoft Halifax.
What are they working on anything? Or are they even still around?
That's a great question. I had that up. They are.
Fun fact: Ubisoft also.
They're still going. They're still going. As of May 2021, they have more than 70 employees.
What any games that we would be aware of?
No, none.
Probably one of those unannounced canceled games.
They're more like a side company. Like they'll do like side jobs.
They're the poor souls that have to like just keep reworking Beyond Good and Evil 2. Like, is it okay now? Like, try again. I want to see my family. No. And if you say Union again, I'm gonna stomp you out and cancel another game.
No.
Help! I've only had a piece of KFC chicken.
Oh, it's
October
not funny.
29th.
Those poor developers.
Those
Sorry.
poor developers. No,
Go
it's
ahead,
okay.
Josh.
October 29th. Paradox Interactive purchased White Wolf Publishing and all of its assets, including World of Darkness and Vampire the Masquerade, from CCP Games.
Paradox, man. Like anytime I get one, like someone gifted me Stellaris, and I feel like I was assaulted because it's just so much.
It is so much.
But people still talk about it. I don't know. I have been sitting there and I want to play it, but it's just I feel more overwhelmed with that than I do over Warcraft. Or not Warcraft. The game you tried and you're like, oh, you get better with it. And I'm like, I can't do it.
StarCraft?
StarCraft. Thank you. I'm
There
losing
you
my
go.
mind.
You're close. You were just off one word. Two letters, actually.
Two letters. November 2nd, Activision Blizzard acquired Candy Crush Saga developer King for $5.9 billion.
Yay.
You're telling me all I had to make was Candy Crush Saga and I could have had 5.9 billion. Get fucked.
I just don't know what to say to that. I don't. Like $5.9 billion for basically Candy Crush. Like,
so what's the monetization of Candy Crush? Because when I think of people who still play it, like those people are probably on like level like 12,000 or something like that.
well, I would ask
probably more than
Andy.
that.
I would ask Andy, but she hasn't played in a hot minute. But I'm pretty sure she was like basically caught up to the point where like she had to wait for like the next update for more episodes.
Like what?
She was far.
In that game, what are you like? What
So-
are you buying skins? Are you buying hints?
No skins.
No,
So there's certain
all
levels.
ads.
Well, yeah, ads too. But there are certain levels where like it's very hard to beat unless you have like one of those like, oh hey, use this candy stick, this cake pop to smash a few more candies. I don't know.
At
But-
one point, Andy was playing it, and it was tied to Facebook. And if you like asked a friend to send you a heart, they would, so you could start the next level again or whatever.
Nasty.
So, I mean, it's definitely the ads that generates so many ads. People like the shit out of this game. I don't even know if it's. I don't know if people still like talk about it like it used. Like, remember how big it was when people wouldn't shut up about it?
Candy
I
Crush
bet-
and their dark patterns.
I bet they have like battle passes now for that.
I would not be shocked.
I kid you not. I've seen some stupid like shit online of like. So I was checking the weather because we were gonna get snow,
Mhm.
and I noticed that the Weather Channel has like a premium subscription. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Jake, now I have
What?
to ask: did you see what entails with the premium subscription?
The only thing I saw was that like I was looking at the forecast for like the next 7 days. They're like, oh, if you get the premium subscription, you can see it past 10 days. I'm like,
oh my God. So
this is
why?
so stupid.
If you
I
buy
was
the
going to
Weather
check.
Plus subscription, the weatherman will come over and fuck your wife.
He'll lie to you. He'll lie to you.
For $14.99 a month, it better be fucking worth it.
Buy the subscription. Buy
We'll
the
send
subscription,
Danny
you can
Storm
draw-
over to. Wait, Danny Storm's a cartoon.
Well, if you buy the subscription, you could draw a penis on the green screen.
We'll let you point at your home on the green screen. You can come over.
Oh God.
Get-
Okay, we're moving on. Yeah, Candy Crush, 5.9 billion. I don't understand it either.
And the weatherman's fucking your wife.
And then Weatherman's fucking your wife. November 4th. Speaking of getting fucked, Konami shuttered its Los Angeles division.
Yay.
They were,
I mean, aw.
they just want to play pachinko. Let them play pachinko, Josh.
Yeah, for everybody who isn't aware, this is basically this is not the fallout of Kojima. This is like the aftermath of that, isn't it?
Yeah, this because I think the Fallout was before the release of MGS5, like right
Yeah, it's
before
like-
because they took
yeah,
his
'cause-
name off the box.
Yep, and then they I can't remember what it was. It was the E3 where they honored Kojima for it because they would not let him in.
It,
Konami
yeah, it
didn't
was
let
his
him in.
it was his coming out party because people were like, "Fuck Konami," and like everyone wanted to like bring him over, and wrap him in a blanket, and give him hot cocoa.
Yeah.
Fuck Konami.
Fuck Konami.
And the reason why we didn't get the Silent Hill
One day.
one day.
Not happening.
November 6th and 7th, BlizzCon 2015.
Anything big? I feel like this was just like probably Overwatch Central.
So it was their 10th BlizzCon event.
Ooh.
You have my attention.
I'm double checking the notes because I don't think there was much here.
I would be like, that was it.
That was it.
Yeah, there was not much. The 4th expansion of Hearthstone, Mean Streets of Gadsden. Ooh, I didn't
Yeah, that sounds
pronounce
right. I remember that.
That was announced. Overwatch officially announced the hero Sombra.
Everyone hated her when she came out.
Yep. Diablo 3 would include a remake of Diablo, and the Necromancer hero class would be added in a DLC.
Yo, Necromancer slaps.
We had the StarCraft 2 World Championship Series. We also had the Overwatch World Cup.
Man, talk about
And-
fumbling the bag. Like Overwatch, Overwatch esports had their moment, and then like Blizzard was just like, nah, we're out.
That ain't us.
It's great. I remember like being at like an event in Illinois, and like I was at like a sports bank, not a sports banquet, but like a rec center, and like you know how rec centers will have like ESPN on.
Yep.
They had the Overwatch World Cup on, and I'm like, dude, this is awesome, or whatever it was. And just to see it go from that to be like nothing at all now, it's like, what do you got? What do you do?
Well, and like, because they got off Twitch and moved to YouTube, that was a big,
That was a
like,
big move.
that was stupid.
Big
that was
stupid move.
stupid. Why? Did
But
they
this
do
is
that?
about the same time Mixer was out, wasn't it?
Yeah, Mixer. It was either coming out. I think Mixer was like the next year.
Yeah, that was,
I know.
think it was-
I know it's close. I know because I know a lot of people were trying to fight Twitch because Twitch was like getting really hardcore. I think this is the point where Twitch was like cracking down on like the. I did do air quotes for everybody who can't see the nudity. And stuff like that. So I know like they were getting really strict, and people were like, "Fuck this." And I know Microsoft was like, "Hey, guys, you want in on this?" Who wants to guess? So is their 25th anniversary party that year? Who wants to guess who is the DJ for that?
Shaq.
you said 2015.
20,
It was a DJ. It was.
no, I'm sorry. I was reading the wrong line. I was reading 2016, guys. I got ahead of myself.
But now I'm curious about 2016. I do have to wait for that.
No, we'll just do
Just
2016.
do it,
Fuck
just do- yeah, just do it. Do both.
Okay, so 2015, they did nothing really special. Closing concert, Linkin Park.
All right. In the end, it
RIP.
doesn't even matter.
Okay, so we'll just do 2016 real quick. The DJ was Hodar.
Who?
Hodar, that's right.
Hodar,
I
yeah.
forgot. That was like the highlight of that one.
Yeah, and guess who?
Hodor.
Jake, do you know who Hodar is?
Hodor. Hodor.
Uh.
Game of Thrones. Hodor.
Game of Thrones.
Hodor.
Oh, I know that, but like,
Christian name?
oh, I didn't know he did stuff.
That might have been. I think that might have been his off year because him and Braun, the guy who played Braun, were out a season. So I think he had a lot of time to do that.
And then this is like I don't know if whether it'd be like if I wanted like Weird Al Yankovic was the closing.
I didn't know
I
he was still relevant.
kinda, but I don't know.
I like Weird Al.
I do too, but I don't know if I want to see him live. I'm just saying. Anyway, moving on. Sorry about that, guys.
I don't want to see anyone live.
You guys, Jesus.
Ooh.
2016 preview. It's November 6th. And this is something else they did there. I forgot to say this. Activision Blizzard established a new TV and film studio, Activision Blizzard Studios.
Has anything come out of it? The Warcraft movie,
Like
maybe?
Skylanders Academy for TV.
Okay.
They were going to do a Crash Bandicoot animated series.
Dude, that would be so good.
It was going to be through Amazon.
That would be so good. Cuphead has made me believe that any show about a mascot like that will be good.
And
Right.
currently, still like to be announced, they have an untitled Call of Duty film series.
It's not gonna, it's not coming out.
Yeah, it'd be upsetting if Netflix cancels Cuphead.
We'll see. We'll see. They're kind of dirty with animation right now.
You
Inside
see what
Job.
they? Yeah,
just got
Inside Job.
gutted.
Oh,
And I know it wasn't the most popular, but like that was one of the decent ones.
did you read that article about Netflix saying that they never cancel a successful show.
Yeah, I saw that. One of their vice presidents said it.
Yeah. People were just like, what?
Glow, my
That
God.
man-
Well, Glow was because of COVID, but I digress.
Apparently, Warrior Nun was good.
Josh,
The question is, how the hell is Netflix still keeping stuff, so you get stuff like Netflix where they'll have like 1 or 2 seasons and then get rid of it. How the hell is Activision Blizzard Studios still? It's 7 years and the only successful thing that's out they have is fucking Skylanders Academy.
they're picky about what they do, man. They're picky.
Anyway, moving forward.
Oh, let's jump to the Game Awards, Josh.
Okay, that's fine with me. 2015 Game Awards on December 3rd. Anybody want to take any guesses as far as that year goes?
Game Award 2015. Well, Metal Gear Solid, obviously.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into like each thing. I'm just going to ask for Game of the Year. So,
Game of the Year is Metal Gear Solid.
Jake?
2015?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't even know. No, I don't know.
Take a guess. Come on.
I
We've
can't,
covered it. I can tell you
man.
that much. We covered it.
Is The Witcher?
Jake's correct. It was The Witcher 3.
I
Wild
forgot it was the
Hunt.
fucking Witcher.
Ah, you
Yep.
dumbass.
2015 was secretly
Jake.
caked up.
Yeah, I took that guess out of my asshole, man.
December 10th, Electronic Arts established competitive gaming division. A new division headed by Peter Moore, which focuses on esports.
Yeah, they ain't doing that no. They ain't doing that no more.
No, that got shut down really quick. December 16th, Crystal Dynamics studio head Daryl Gallagher left the company.
This was This was after Rise of the Tomb Raider or before Rise. I forget.
It was after.
After Rise. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was after. It was 2016 direct. Yeah.
I feel like that was their sweet spot. Like a lot of people like to talk about the fact that Microsoft swooped in and saved Rise of the Tomb Raider. Kind of feel like Crystal Dynamics was at odds, and now like we just saw them get sold from Square to what was it, the Embracer Group? Everybody's getting embraced.
Because I want my sequel to Mankind Divided. God damn it!
Give him his Mankind Divided sequel.
Give him my sequel. And last but not least, same day, Kojima Productions was reestablished as an independent studio headed by Hideo Kojima.
I'm surprised that Sony didn't try to swoop in and like make them in-house. I'm really surprised. Or maybe they did and like Kojima's like, no.
I wonder if like it was like they were gonna try and swindle him into it, but he's like, no, I just want complete total freedom. Because that's his problem with Konami is they would never give him they wouldn't give him anything.
Yeah, and Sony was probably like, yeah, that's cool, and they cut him a fat check for Death Stranding.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably it, yeah.
They're like, okay. And he's like, okay, but it's a timed exclusive. And they're like, shit, all right, god damn it. Fuck. Konami, we need you. Get over here, get him.
Let's be honest though. That's the route everybody's going right now because they realize, hey, they can make more money this way.
Yeah, we just saw Twisted Pixel either this year or the year before break off. And like everyone's just was like, fuck it, let's get out. But then Bungie, they break off, but then they end up back with somebody. It's like, why do you keep getting into these relationships? I love you. Stop.
They can't be alone.
They can't be alone. They can't be happy and alone. You can't have both. Josh, this is good. This is not good news. This is great news. I appreciate you.
I'm here for.
Jake, you got us a meme.
Me
Time.
Hey, so meme time.
All right, what you got?
Looky here. We got, hey, you know what's the worst armor ability is? Armor lock. Armor lock, not even once.
It's funny because his name is Locke, and then also people hate Armor Lock.
And yes, it was probably the worst ability in the game. I don't know anyone that would have like grabbed it because I remember just seeing people get it, and then I just sit there and wait for it to unlock. I'm just like, dude, I'm gonna kill you.
I'm going to murder you. Jake,
It was stupid. It was stupid.
Jake, it's a solid meme. I know that hurt because you love the game, but that was a solid meme.
It was.
So Jake's doing the next speed cap, and Josh is writing the next speed cap. So to help determine who's picking the game, I have created a 1-question quiz. It's basically quiz sudden death. All right, guys. To decide who picks the speed cap, your question is, which of these 4 movies won Best Picture at the 2015 Oscars ceremony? Your choices are Birdman, American Sniper, Boyhood, and The Grand Budapest Hotel. Which of these 4 movies won Best Picture? There can only be one winner.
Grand Budapest Hotel.
That's what I was gonna say.
I'm sorry, you were both wrong. Okay, so we have 3 left. Go ahead with your next guesses, gentlemen.
Best Picture?
Best Picture, basically the best movie of the year.
Boyhood?
Nick, what are the other 2 options?
So the remaining options, because you both said Grand Budapest Hotel and were wrong, the remaining 3 are Birdman, American Sniper, and Boyhood.
I don't think it was American Sniper. I'm going to go with Birdman.
Josh is correct. Birdman won. Birdman's a really good movie. If you gentlemen haven't seen it, I'd say go watch it.
So is Boyhood.
Boyhood, I still need to see it. It's on the list. All right, Josh.
Hotel's pretty good.
Josh,
Yeah,
I need you to pick a game for your brother here to speed cap.
I'm going to do Jake a favor because he's never played it and he loves it. I'm going to go Halo 5 Guardians.
I have played the story, dipshit.
Well, then you should do just fine.
You should do it.
You should do just fine, Jake. All right, so Jake will be doing a speed cap for Halo 5. I believe this is the 3rd or 4th Halo we are doing, so get ready for that. Everybody, thank you for joining us today. This has been a fun episode. As always, you can find me on social medias at That Kaufman. You can also find me on Twitch and YouTube at Nick Fat Knight. Josh, where can the people find you?
Bill rebranded myself. We'll be back next week with more.
All right, he's changing his name again.
No, it's the same name, but just I'm working on things.
He's working on things. Josh is rebranding himself as an AI.
I saw you. I think you tweeted the other day, didn't you?
He did.
I did.
It was weird.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what the hell?
It was weird. It was just a naked picture of him, but it's loud.
Yeah.
Jake, where can the people find you?
You can find me on the Twitter, the Twitch, the YouTube, the TikTok, the Discord. At Jacob White Kaufman on Discord, #7975.
Yes, because everyone's starting to say that number now. You can find
that.
You can find us wherever you get your podcast. You can also find Smashing Game Time on any social media. We have a Reddit page. We have Twitter. We have Instagram. We have the TikTok. We don't have Facebook because we are not boomers. As always, thank you to Alex Marvin Clark for our intro and outro song, Hunt Him Down. Go check out his SoundCloud. We have a link to it in the show notes. Thank you to Trident Network for including us in their extended family. Again, rate and review us wherever you get your podcasts. We're starving boys. Folks, I want to thank you for hanging out with us today. This has been Smashing Game Time. I hope you all had a smashing great time. We will see you all next time.